Welcome back, everyone. Well, there's this video that's going around right now. It's 5 things every prepper should have. And I first saw Beast 1210 do a video on it, and I thought, what a great idea this is. He was tagged by someone. He talked about his 5 items, which were great. Always appreciate his perspective. And then he tagged 5 guys. I enjoyed it. I thought this would be a fun video for me to do, even though I hadn't been tagged. And then I think a day or two later, Adventure Canine did his video, and he tagged me in it. So this is going to be my response to that. By the way, if any of you guys haven't seen Adventure Canine's channel, it's a great channel. It's great for emergency preparedness. He also covers lots of other topics. He has a great knowledge of dogs and dog training. So any of you pet owners out there, this would be a great resource for you. But back to the video, I just wanted to give him a quick shout out. Go over and check out Adventure Canine. It's good stuff. Alright, 5 things every prepper should have. I wanted to preface this video also by saying this is going to be more of a short-term type scenario that I'm talking about these 5 items. And also they're very fundamental. And in my situation, I'm in a family of 4. I have a wife and 2 small children, and we also have a pet. So this is kind of my perspective here. I mean, there's really no right or wrong answers on this. This is just a great idea when you're getting all this feedback from tagging people, and it's just great to see where guys are coming from and what items they select. So here's my 5. Let's dive right in. One thing every prepper should have is some emergency lighting, and that's what we have here. We have a small sampling of what we have, and here are some scented candles that I picked up for free, so I couldn't say no to those, but you might want to avoid scented candles. They can overwhelm and make your place end up smelling like a Yankee candle store. So cheap flashlights are awesome. They're you don't have to always get the biggest, baddest flashlight out there. Sometimes a dozen of these cheap ones just really work well. This one we keep in our daughter's room, and it provides a lot of comfort for her, and she knows right where it is. Also, battery powered lanterns. This is an older one, so it uses D-cell batteries, and it takes a lot to run it, but it works well, and no problems in running it indoors. So this works well. Also, we have a propane powered lantern in the back here, and if you have the fuel for it, which you should, it puts out a lot of light. So this is another great option. Another thing every prepper should have is a basic weather radio, and that's what we have here. This is an Eaton model, ETON. I believe it was a Red Cross version, but none of that's really important. The main thing here is to have one. Everyone should have one of these. They provide critical information, not only on just weather, because you do have your weather bands. Here in the United States, you have your main weather bands, but also it provides critical information on things that may be going on in your community, in your area, and some updates, as far as getting resources in a bad situation. Number 3 on my list is going to be a stove and a source of fuel, basically. So this is what I have here. This is a Coleman. This is an older stove. It ran on white fuel originally, but I've actually converted it over to run off propane, since that's kind of my main fuel source that I use. You're going to need some way of boiling water, cooking your food, and this is kind of a short-term scenario. Obviously, propane wouldn't last forever. Eventually it will you'll use up what you have, but again, this is kind of a shorter term scenario that I'm kind of going through with y'all. So I would have a stove and a fuel source. Another thing every prepper should have are board games, activities, books, basically things to keep your children occupied. If you're a parent, you understand this. You know the need for this. So this is something I want to throw out. It's something that I don't hear a lot of talk on, but you don't want your children just stewing bored, worrying, their minds will wander, that, minutes seem like hours to them. And, if you can help pass the time and ease it, make the situation more comfortable for them, this is going to be huge. So I wanted to throw this out there. I think that it's worthy, it's worth bringing up. And, books, coloring books, activities, games that they can play. This is going to be huge. Alright, and the fifth thing that every prepper should have is a plan in place. And this is something that I've talked about with my wife. We've went over different scenarios. What would we do if something were to happen and we weren't home? Where are the kids? Where is our meeting place? What would we do if something were to happen and we were home, like a fire or an intruder? What is our plan? What are we going to do? Don't wait till the last minute to try to figure this out. You need to have, especially in a family, you need to have a plan A, a plan B, different scenarios figured out. And also, a good idea is to maybe once a year or every so often run some sort of fire drill. Not necessarily a quote-unquote fire like if the house were on fire, but I'm just calling it a fire drill of what you would do in different situations. So a plan, it's key. Alright, so those were my 5 things. This was a lot of fun. Thanks, JR, for tagging me. Again, go check out Adventure Canines. Great channel over there. And now it's my turn to tag 5 guys. So here they are. Mr. SDJSDJ, HawkLMT, Analytical Survival, USNERDOC, and NeverEnuffAmmo. I hope those guys respond back. If not, no pressure, guys. I understand it takes a lot of time to crank out these videos while we're busy living life and doing other things. And all the other guys that may watch this video, feel free to comment. I always love to hear back from all of you guys. So that's it. Take care and have a great day.